Hello, I'm Dr. Thomas Maples, and welcome back to A Sacred Journey. I'm very grateful that you decided to join me here today, and today we're going to explore the depths of shedding the old and adopting new beginnings. New beginnings create a new you. They're the means by which we can envision a goal, plan for that goal's intent, chart a course, overcome obstacles, and eventually advance confidently in the direction of that dream or goal or aspiration we may seek to achieve. Let us start with a poem on Psyche's work. Have you ever noticed how life unfolds, much as the seasons effect on a tree? We're born, aspire to great heights, to one day fall in the cold winter's night. A wise bard, Robert Bly, once replied, "It is not our job to remain whole. We came to lose our leaves, like the tree, and be born again, drawing up from the great roots." That was Robert Bly. In losing ourselves, we ground, root, and ready ourselves to be found. But to what end? To know that is where our adventure begins. May blessings find you, my friends, on your adventure to believe. Chart a course and advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. The new year is now underway, and I wonder what we could take from the prior year in order to create new beginnings. Let's say balance between heart and mind, body, mind, and spirit. The longer I've practiced psychotherapy, the more I'm convinced and have become convinced about the need that we have to create balance in our lives. Now, the adage body, mind, and spirit comes to mind from this perspective. But what does it mean from the standpoint of creating physical harmony, emotional harmony, and spiritual well-being in our lives? I cannot help but fathom our need as a collective to secure our health. A healthy body creates a healthy mind. In essence, when both operate optimally, the spirit of life is allowed a place to create new heights. Now, as I know that the busiest day of the gym occurs on January 2nd, and now that we're towards the mid of the month in February, I realize that we have a need to develop and maintain habits well beyond, let's say, the first and second month of a new year that may create a sense of passion within our ability to obtain a goal or to move through a dream, but to really prolong that energy, to prolong the essence of that passion that we may have to engage in healthy habits, let's say, throughout the year. Now, what can we do to be mindful of new beginnings for this year? What is one physical goal you can commit to this year to create a sense of well-being and harmony for your body? It does not have to be grueling. It can instead be a commitment to move more. Park at the far end of a parking lot, or use that work break to walk for 15 minutes twice daily. After 2 walks, you've created 30 minutes of physical exercise. How will your body thank you for that little extra attention? Our emotional health can use a little attention too. Emotional health, the mind behind the body, mind, and spirit. This is one element that creates self-esteem and personal development. When the mind feels good, it operates with some identifiable dream that it may aspire towards. Be mindful of those dreams. They are the cornerstone of your journey to create a longer lasting lineage moving forward. maybe the capacity even to envision the dream present and create the steps needed to realize its intent. How can you create a little bit more of the good stuff in your life, those happy emotions that make life more enjoyable? First, be aware of the gremlins. What robs you of your time? What unnecessary expenses are there that you could free up and create new experiences in your life? What bad habits may you need to cut back from in order to shift either finances or time towards more productive aims? By identifying the gremlins that operate in your life, you can create a little space for a better mindset to take hold, to operate within. When you have that space, you can let go and let God work within your life as a means to create emotional and mindfulness-based health perspectives. Lastly, let us take a look at ways that we could create new beginnings for soul work, how we can mind our spirit in this new year. As a psychotherapist, I love the concept of mindfulness. To create new beginnings from a mindful perspective, this allows the spirit to flow freely between body, mind, and soul. But what does that look like? What does it feel like to mind your spirit? The elements of soul work include depressing, pressing into the depths of those inner currents that sometimes steer our ship. In service to spirit, soul work creates an understanding of those currents that could promote or derail us from achieving our dreams. Pierre Teilhard de Chardin once wrote, "Someday, after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love, and then, for a second time in the history of the world, man will have discovered fire." What would life look like with a flicker of passion like that to be unleashed within the soul? That passion comes from within. It is intimately linked to God, our waking and sleep-based dreams, our faith in the ability to create reality from a basis of love. However, we must be aware also that we cannot put the cart before the horse here. A predominant viewpoint of entitlement surrounds the construct of love, as if the aspect of love needed to be an outside affair. This view is simply not the case. You must first love to be loved, as this is a giver and not a receiver's game. Soul work requires us to dig deep, oftentimes to go to the point where it may hurt, as many in the healthcare and religious fields will attest. But in the discipline of giving, passion can ignite love, create a fire within, and maybe, just maybe, create the direction for you to rediscover that inner flame, leading to your new beginnings. Now, I like to end each podcast with a simple blessing. I hope that blessings will find you during this new year, especially as it relates to your dreams, your goals, and your passions. But remember that you must create steps in order to realize those dreams' intent. May happiness, health, and wealth find you along your journey to envision, chart a course, and advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. Goodbye for now, and thank you for joining me. And feel free to leave any comments if you wish. Goodbye for now.